Howdy folks, welcome to the general tutorial for survival involving food and light. In our last tutorial we went over shelter and making a bed, which are both vital to being able to survive as they protect you from mobs, and if you die you're able to respawn back at your last house. But in order to keep yourself alive and to keep yourself from being attacked by mobs, you're also going to be needing a bit of light and a bit of food. Here we have our village, and this village is very well supplied with many of the different types of things that we may be needing at the beginning of the game, including food and shelter and light. However, we're going to want to be able to have our own little shelter all to ourselves that we made ourselves. So we're going to have to be able to know how to do this in the wilderness in case there isn't a village that's nearby. I have inside this box some well-chosen stockpiled items that we'll be using throughout this tutorial. One thing that we're definitely going to be needing for any house is a crafting table. I'm going to go ahead and take about half my blocks here and craft them into planks. I'm going to go make myself a crafting table by using the 4 planks. We'll go ahead and place it here. Also, to cook food, you're going to need a furnace, which you can get using cobblestone. Cobblestone can be mined using a pickaxe. Any furnace that we're going to use to cook food is going to be needing some type of fuel source. One fuel source you can use is actually full planks. A better fuel source is to actually take those planks and to put them in the furnace. This will turn them into charcoal, which can be used in multiple different things. We'll go ahead and let these cook as we continue with the tutorial. Primary food source for most people is animals of certain kinds. Over in this fenced off area we have a couple animals that are already here for us to use. You can see that there's 3 different types of animals inside this pen. We have some cows, some pigs, and some chickens. One thing that you may want to do is get a pair of every animal and then breed them. Breeding animals can be done with certain objects. These are carrots, which allow you to breed pigs. By having 2, you can feed each pig by right-clicking, and they will breed to make a baby pig. Let me go ahead and turn on my particles so you can see what happens a little bit clearer. Chickens can be bred by using seeds. And cows can be bred by using wheat. You'll notice that when you're holding these items, the animals that breed with them will start to follow you. You also gain experience by breeding animals. These 3 animals can also be killed as a food source, resulting in pork chops, steaks, and raw chickens. Another way to breed chickens is to take the eggs they have and using the right-click key to throw them. 1 out of every 8, it'll spawn a baby chicken that will grow into an adult chicken. Now that we have some food on us, we'll go ahead and go back to our furnace. Food cooked always generates more health. So putting your food inside the furnace and cooking it thoroughly is usually the best thing to do. Here we have cooked chicken and some steaks. Notice I don't have enough fuel in here anymore, but I can go ahead and take this charcoal and use it as a very, very powerful fuel source. It lasts much longer than the planks did. Come back to cooking our pork chop in a moment, because there's one other food source that we're going to want to know about that's very useful. While animals take time to breed, this food source is actually very renewable. Things that you're going to be needing is a crafting table, some sticks, and some string. String can be harvested from spiders. Using the following crafting recipe, you can make yourself a fishing rod. Use a fishing rod on puddles of water by casting using the use key, When the bobber bobs, by pressing it again, you'll catch fish. We'll wait for just a moment. Fishing can be boring, but also very rewarding, as you don't have to wait for the animals to respawn in order to harvest them. As long as your fishing pole works, you can harvest fish. You'll need to be quick though, because if you don't click fast enough on the bobber bobs, you won't catch the fish. La-di-da-di-da. Waiting for another fish. There it is. Go ahead and come back to our furnace over here. Take those steaks. You notice that I also get experience by cooking food. Go ahead and cook those fishes up. And also the pork chop. Usually focusing on only one of these food supplies is sufficient for you to provide yourself with enough food. Another very powerful food source is wheat. Wheat can be grown in farmland, like this, as long as it is placed within 4 blocks of a water source. This is fully grown wheat, while the wheat on this side is still growing. You can harvest the wheat by left-clicking, which also yields seeds, which you can then replant. You'll notice that you end up with slightly more seeds than you began with, so by planting wheat in conjunction with pig, or chickens, you'll be able to breed chickens very quickly. You have enough wheat. You can go to your crafting table. That is not my crafting table. There it is. And using this following crafting recipe of 3 wheat in a row, you can make bread. While wheat becomes a very, very stable food supply, the time it takes to grow wheat can be kind of a poor thing for you, as well as its ability to be destroyed by mobs, which has just happened with that slime. In which case you'd have to replant and refarm the land. Something else that can be farmed are potatoes, such as these, which can then be replanted as well. And over in one of our other farms, well, that's not that one. There we are. You can also grow carrots in the same manner. Growing carrots in conjunction with pigs is a great way to provide yourself with a food source. However, potatoes and carrots do not provide you as much hunger return as bread does. In order to make farmland, we're also going to be needing a tool. This tool is called the gardening hoe, which is created with this crafting recipe of 2 sticks and 2 planks, or stone, or iron, or gold, or diamond. The use function of gardening hoe turns regular dirt or grassy dirt into farmland. And it'll stay that way as long as it's within 4 blocks of a water source. Eventually it will hydrate. In order to make your farms grow faster, you'll need to keep them well hydrated as well as provide them as much light as possible. Another food source, but slightly less common, can actually be found by cutting down trees. I'm going to go ahead and grab this tree so I can make myself a wood cutting axe. And we'll see if we can get it to yield any apples for us. Oak trees are the only trees that provide this. And when the leaves fall, you have a chance that the leaves will turn into apples. Sorry about that. I had to turn off one of my functions I was using. I didn't realize I was using. Well, apples aren't a very stable food supply. They can be replanted and then grown back into new trees in order to hopefully harvest more apples. Something that'll help in all of your different type of farming is called bone meal. Bone meal can be made by crafting bones, and bones can be collected from skeletons when you kill them. Bone meal instantly grows any farming product to its full growth stage, including trees, wheat, carrots, and apples. Or not apples, carrots and potatoes. Another food supply, if you're lucky, is the mushroom. Mushrooms can be harvested using a bowl made from that crafting recipe with 3 planks and a V formation. We have here some mushrooms. Mushrooms are cows that have been infected with red mushrooms. When you milk them with a bowl, instead of getting milk, you get mushroom stew, which is one of the best food sources in the game. Having 1 mushroom allows you to have all the food you'll ever need, and readily available. That's about it for the most useful food sources in the game. We also need to talk about light. We made earlier charcoal, which can be used as a light source, both inside your furnace, as well as in the form of torches, which are made by placing 1 stick underneath your charcoal, yielding 4 torches. Torches are a permanent light source, while furnaces only provide light for a certain amount of time, depending on what fuel they're using. Torches will stay as long as they are destroyed by some mob or removed by yourself. Another way to create torches is the creation of them from coal. Coal is harvested from the ground. It must be mined by using at least a wooden pickaxe or better. After finding them in the ground and mining away, you'll be able to yield 1 piece of coal from each coal block that you find. Note that coal and charcoal do not stack in your inventory. However, they make torches the exact same way. By placing up light sources around your base and near your farm, you both protect yourself from mobs, as they cannot spawn in high levels of light, and allow your farms to grow faster. That's everything for this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and happy Minecrafting!